everybody. Welcome back to Rough Around the Edges with yours truly, Sherry. Glad you're here with me today. Sit down. Sit down right across the table from me. Here, I even give you your own paper towel. I know. What you gonna do with me, right? Let me just dive right in, or buzz right in. No pun intended. I'm sure you already get the pun on this one. And I want you today to be my guest. Be my guest. And let me go ahead and share with you what I'm going to use today. This should be something simple that anybody can do. And if you do it wrong the first time, try again. I am going to work with my Hexagon mold that has seen plenty of projects done. I am also working with this cute little bee printed fabric swatch. This fabric swatch comes from Michaels. If I'm guessing, I'm going to say about 10 different patterns they have. I'll put a picture on the for you to see. And the only reason I can't do any links below is because you have to be a channel for more than 2 months. So I'm not there yet. Then I can start linking stuff. But up till then, I'm just going to share what I'm using and just kind of lead you there in case you want to know or do it yourself. So there's our bee fabric, $1.99 by the way, from Michaels. This, I'm going to show you a picture right now, came from Amazon, around $8. You can find these sold in a single. Mine, I wanted to come with the oval tray, or it's more of a racetrack shape to me, and a circle. And like I said, for about $8 on Amazon. So, there we go. Since I can't put anything below. Now, this is going to be a fun and fairly simple project. If you don't want to do a bee, and you want to use a different shape mold, go ahead. It doesn't have to be an expensive project either. Use some old clothes or an old towel or scrapbook paper or anything you want. I just want to do this and give it to somebody special. So let's get started. I am going to put you on a quick pause. Go wrestle with a pair of blue rubber gloves like I've done so many times before. And meet me back right here. Don't go anywhere. Let's have fun today. Meet me right back here in just a second. Okay? See you in a little bit. Hey, good. You're still there. I got my recycled blue gloves on. I know a lot of people say they put on a new pair, but I'm all about recycling. If they don't have a hole in them or they're too far gone, I won't wear them, but I'm recycling as much as I can. Oh, and I wanted to share something else with you. If I have any extra, I found this mold, which I'll also show you a picture of. I'm not sure this is meant for resin, but it's a silicone mold. I've had it for many years. I've used it for resin magnets, but to make a long story short, because I'm trying to make it too long, it has little bees. So yeah, I'm gonna pour 1 or 2 bees if I have any extra left over, because today is Be My Guest Day. All right, let's keep it moving. I grabbed the ballpoint pen. I don't need it to be perfect. I don't need it to be this big, but I just really want a basic outline of the mold. Because even if it's off, as long as I get the basic shape on my fabric, that's all I need. Because you're not going to be able to tell once you get your resin poured if it's off a little bit. It will be covered. So there we go. Let's cut this. Oh, I got a pair of resinated scissors. Let me try these. I think these are better. I'm going to go right inside this line. And it doesn't need or even have to be close to perfect. And then once I cut this, I'll lay it in there, the mold, the hexagon mold, and see if we got a decent, nice fit. What's cool about doing something like this, it makes it, besides making a great gift or a set of posters for you and your family or whoever, you could go to your closet, find some old fabric, old shirt you haven't used in a good minute, and grab it. Go to a Goodwill or a thrift store. Go to Michael's. Like I said, $1.99. Plus, most of the time you get a coupon for just a fabric swatch like that. Remember what I said in another video, and if you don't, that's okay. It's all about the heart when you're making a gift for somebody. Now we're cooking with grease. Alright, let's cook up some resin. Let me go ahead and get all that. Why I put my gloves on to cut that, I don't know what I was thinking. But that's neither here nor there. Alright, I'm going to put you on a pause. Get my A and B equal parts into cups. And we'll do some mixing together. How about that? See you in a little bit. Okay, let's get to going. First off, I'm going to get this nicely mixed. I think I poured, 2 ounces. I'm not sure I'm going to need all that because what I want to start by doing is just filling in the lip with a carbon black outline right here. That's a mica powder, carbon black. I'll put a picture of that. It's a 30 pack, comes from Amazon. They come in the little plastic like bags, which can, if I'm honest, can kind of be messy. But I mean, come on, when you're dealing with resin and mica powders and all sorts of shimmery, sticky things, you're gonna get messy. It's just inevitable. Alright, so I want to get this nicely stirred. Put my carbon black in there and pour it just along the edges and just right up to that center portion. I don't want it to go in the middle. At least not black, not the black color. I'm going to put clear in the middle, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. That looks pretty mixed up to me. Now, I was debating. When you put your mica powder into your resin, it does, when it's poured and cured, it does give you a different look than if you were to paint it in there. So I was debating on whether I wanted to paint it in there, but now that I'm looking at it, I see that it's too small of an area to worry about. Oh goodness, I'm glad I saw that. To worry about, you know, yeah, it's just too small of an area to worry about trying to get in there. But you do you. If you want to do that, go for it. But I'm just going to get my black into my resin. That was way too much, but hey. Those are little sample packets, and I've got some more jars over here of black mica powder. Not that I'm a wasteful person, that was really an accident. I shouldn't have even been sticking my resin stick down in that bag.
I'm bringing home my baby bumblebee.
You know what else I might do because I need a good separation? This is completely unnecessary, but once again, you glued yourself shut. Yeah, you did. You did it again. What's your problem? What's the issue? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Come on. There. One little drip. That was skill right there. Not really. I think it was more luck. But I did just get one drip, which is what I wanted. Thank you, Lord. Let's get this nicely mixed. I think I'm going to have way more than enough. Just to go simply around that edge. But I can always pour some extras. Extras. Now, here comes the tricky part. Trying to keep it on the edge. I'm going to make a little spout on my little cup. Just go for it. Time to get messy. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Glad I stopped there. All right. Yeah. Let me just clean up or I'll drive myself crazy. Okay. I think we can get a little more. I'm not going to clean up till the end. Is it better to be safe than sorry because it's not really necessary to pour anymore? Yeah, I poured. Yeah, that's way too much. I did not need that much. But you know what? No harm, no foul. Where'd my alcohol go? Got a couple little drips. Very, very minute. Clean up as you go, like you're cooking in a kitchen. That way you're not left with a big mess to clean up at the end. You're just left with a little mess. Okay? Now, I'm going to let that cure. Well, I'm not going to let it go to a full cure. But I do want it to thicken up a little bit before I make my next step. And what are we going to do with this, y'all? I could make a little pendant out of this shape right here. Drip. Cue the drip. Bloop. Let's see how much Little Bear will hold. I don't know what I was thinking. Like I needed all this. I don't know. This poor little black bumblebee. I can always go back in. You know what? That's why. That's why happy little accidents happen. I wasn't planning on pouring a black bumblebee. I was gonna try to go with like the gold or yellow if I had anything left over later on within the next couple steps, but you know what? I can go back in with a paint pen, or rhinestones for that matter, and figure something out when I get to that part. Honestly, that's probably what I'll end up doing. Hey, mine chop. That's all I need. Maybe it was meant to be. Maybe it was meant to, maybe it was meant to be. You get it? See you in a little bit. Hey, you're still here. Good, you waited on me. Okay, our hexagon or B-shaped mold or bee comb, it's not completely cured, but it's cured enough to where the clear that I'm about to pour and the black won't mix. So, let's do that. I'm coming in hot with a new pair of gloves. We're going to wrestle a little bit. There we go. Come on, glove. For the sake of the video, just go on with ease this once. Good. Thank you for listening. Alright, I already went ahead and got a little bit of A and B. What I'm about to do is pour a slight covering over the middle of the hexagon or the bee comb shape. Because then I want to have enough to gently lay down my cloth in there. And I don't want to have so much where I'm going to have to worry about it floating. And I'm going to do my darndest to make sure that I don't have any bubbles. But, you know, that's to be seen. We'll find out soon enough. It's hard when you're working with flat surfaces, cloth, or leaves and flowers, or paper, not to get bubbles trapped up underneath there. But you still try anyway. Okay? Okay, A and B. Now, last time I poured way too much. You want to bet this time I poured way too little? Good thing it's not colored and it's cleared. Cleared? It's clear. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright. Let's get it mixed up. Here. You want to mix it for me? Okay? Let's get a thin layer poured in here. Very, very thin layer. I just want to coat the bottom, which is actually going to be what you end up seeing. So the top. Okay, there we go. I can push a lot of this off to the edge. It's almost like using it as a paste. Oh, I hope this works out. You never know. You never know how many bubbles are gonna get caught underneath. You know what I'm wishing I would have done? And I'm wondering if I still have the opportunity. Look at these bubbles popping up. Get out of there. Boop. Now, I'm wishing I would have added just a tiny bit. Ever so tiny bit. Of slice of the moon. Ever so tiny bit of slice of the moon. Just a little bit. Let me see. Let me see. And then I'll just kind of do this, swish it around. Yeah, that's not going to pick it up. I'll use this one. You know, this one's kind of shaped like a little spoon, and I only need a dab. Little dab will do ya. There. Let's just kind of mix it around in here. Yeah, I should have dropped it into the resin, but there's nothing I can do about it now. So I'm doing it this way. Now if I can get a good gander on it in the light, just kind of move it around. I don't think I poured too much this time. We'll just mix it up this way. There we go. Now, I do see some little bubbles popping up. I'll wipe this stick off. And you can sit right on over there. Let's do some little bubble fishing real quick. Okay. I don't need to do too much, do I? Alright, and you can join your buddy, the popsicle stick over there. Alright, here we go. Cross your fingers. Got any last words, little fabric swatch? No? Alright then. I'm just gently pushing it down in there. And it's shallow enough where I'm hoping that I can squish and mush any bubbles out, but it remains to be seen. That's why you have tools, Sherry. That's why we have tools, so you don't have to stick your little blue finger down in the resin. Yes, and I do. What do they call that when you talk to yourself in I don't know. I do know it's a thing, I just don't remember. Okay. Alright, you're not laying in a flat spot. I can just tell by looking at you. And I think it's just the paper towels. And yeah, because this wants to float and move. Good thing I did the black edge. Alright, so what I'm going to do, and isn't it ironic that I poured a little bear when I'm dealing with honey and bees, or honey bear? I already did a little bit, but I think it's just a little too much, so what I'm doing is I'm going to pour a little off of here into that little bear mold, because it's not, you know, completely domed. It can hold a little more. There you go, little honey bear. That's what I'm going to call you. You fit right in to what we're doing today. I think I can fill in a little more. Just the less I have, the more I feel like it's going to float. Can I put more? I think I can. I just need a little out. That's all. There you go. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but close enough. Now, oh, that's a good, okay. I think it's gonna work. It's not wanting to move. But then again, I don't want to speak too soon. Let's see. What do y'all think? Think it's gonna float to the edge? Very well could. See, looks good right now. I'm going to kind of poke at it here for a little bit. You know, I'm going to take some more out. And these little bees aren't filled up all the way either. So waste not, want not. Or wait, yeah, this way. This is the one I already used. Okay, I'm gonna do 5 in each off of this. I just don't want it to float, that's all. There we go. Now I see why it's good to recycle gloves. Because as soon as I put on a fresh pair, I'm already sticky again. But I shouldn't be complaining because I know what I'm getting myself into. I think that's just about going to do it right there. Oh, we just might have done it up to this point. Maybe. Here's a hoping and a praying. Alright, now I just need to let that cure and then put some resin on the back and then let that cure, and then we'll be ready to demold. So I'm going to put you on a pause, and I'm the one who's really got to wait, so hang on. See you in a little bit. Hey everybody, glad you're still here. That sounds strange probably because you're watching me in like a video format, but this project's been a couple days in the making. So, thanks for waiting on me. Alright, I'm ready to unmold this. It's kind of bendy here in the center where the fabric is, because it's such a thin layer. Let's see. Oh, I got one little bubble right here. I can see that. And one there. That's okay, because I have plans. Okay, that turned out pretty, right? This side is very smooth because of the resin. This side, however, and I don't know if you can see that, but because the layer was so thin, because what we were going for is just getting it to stay down without floating around. So this is not attractive as of right now, but I already went ahead because I didn't think you want to see me mix more epoxy resin in this video. But what I want to do is just fill it in. I do have a raised lip. And I do plan on cutting a coaster to fit the back here. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this in and try not to go over the edges. I'm going to bring it right back up to the edge. Just kind of spread it like I would soft butter. Alright, not butter, butter. It's just so much fun to put a twist on your words. As silly as it might sound to some, it's fun for me. It's just who I am. Okay, so I moved that on off to the side, and we're just going to let that sit on over there and cure for a little bit. Now, let me take these off. No extra stickiness to the extras that we poured. Okay, we got our bumblebees, little bear, well, little honey bear. We poured just a plain circle that can be made into a pigment. And you didn't see me do this, but I had some extra black and I poured a little black kitty cat pendant, and well, it could be anything, but this would make a great pendant, and 2 stud earrings, and then a little paw print. With 2 little black matching paw print studs as well. At least that's what I would do with them. You can do whatever you want. Alright, so let's sit these over here. And that was just the plain black circle. Okay, let's take out, oh, he popped right out. Our little bear. Little bear. Our little honey bear. Oh, he turned out cute. I'm going to have to decorate him. Little black bear, huh? I forgot where they're native. Black bear are in a lot of places. Alright, let's look at these little bees. Cute. They need to be decorated as well. They're just buzzing to be blinged out. Cute. Turned out cute. It wasn't my original plan, but that's okay. Remember, I said I wanted to do them in like a yellow or gold mica powder. Well, things don't always go according to plan, and that's okay because you can make it work. And I'm going to get my stuff for blinging out our little black honey bear and our bees, and so I'll see you in a little bit. Hi everybody, we're back, we're fully cured, and my extras are finished over there to my left hand. Come on, sit down, bring it on in, because it's time to bling the edge of our coaster, put some stoppers on the back here, and then show to you, or let's be proper about it. Not show to you. Show you what we got going on over on that side of the table. Ready? Set. Fly on, little bees. Fly on. Yeah, I know. I know, you guys, the corniness is rich. But it is what it is. Let's go now. bling blinging our coaster out. What do y'all think of all that bling bling? Shiny gold. I went back and forth. I didn't know if I wanted to do black rhinestones. I didn't know if I wanted to do maybe the light blue. But when I set these down on the coaster edge just to see what I wanted to do, that it had to be this. It went so well with the black edge. I haven't put the little stoppers on the bottom yet. I'm going to do that just as soon as the camera goes off. But this is going to a special lady who has had a group of friends for many, many years, and they lovingly refer to her as Queen Bee. So this is perfect for her. That's why there's only one. She's a Queen Bee. I think that turned out nice. Now, usually we do the extras first and the main piece later, but not me. I'm going this way today. Now the little black bees. I just went in with my gold paint pen. I highlighted the edges and the raised portions of the bee. Put magnets on the back, and I'll send those with the coaster. All right, what do we have next? What do we have next? Oh, we poured the little black paw prints. I went in with my red paint pen and painted the little paw pads. I put a flat back bail on the back and attached a little charm piece. And she can either clip it on her. Well, let me explain to you who she is first. Her and her husband are Bulldog fans, but especially the husband. He loves the Georgia Bulldogs. So that is the color of Georgia. For those who aren't football fans. But I don't know how, unless you live under a rock, how you don't know who Georgia Bulldogs are. But you could live under a rock. Okay, and anyhow, I went there. I did. So I'm sorry. I went there. Anyhow, these cards, if you ever want to make a pair of earrings, this is or sell things at a craft show or give a gift, this is an easy way to go about it. Did the same thing here with the red paint pen. These little cards go on Amazon. It says handmade with love. What I did is I went in with a post earring kit. It's a kit, but you can just simply glue them on with something like your B7000. And all this stuff that I'm showing you, you literally can just go on to Amazon and type in the keywords and it'll lead you to that. Now, I know most of you are saying, well, duh, I know that. But there are people out there who don't know. So, not very many, but there are. Okay, let's keep going. What do we have? Oh, we poured the little cats. Once again, I attached a gold flat back bail. I attached a gold key ring and just put little black rhinestones for the eyes. I got these little, the smaller ones, these little guys. I didn't make post earrings out of them yet, but I plan to do the same thing with these as I do with these. Okay. Moving on to this owl cabochon. Remember this center portion, the black was just the same as the bees, the key charms, and the earrings was just extras. So I put that in the middle of this cabochon. Now, you can get these cabochons and just put them in Amazon. You'll get all sorts of shapes and sizes. You can get a packet of owls. You can get a variety, like with this, I had squares, teardrop shapes, ovals, hearts, keys, and they come in different sizes, so you can pour and put and glue whatever you want right there. So with my owl, I went ahead and went in and put tiny rhinestones. These aren't eyebrows, but we're going to call them eyebrows because I don't know what else to call them. Anyhow, the little black rhinestones fit perfectly in the center of those eyes. Right in that little center is an indented space, and it fit beautifully. So thank you for joining me today for Be My Guest. You most certainly were. You hung in there with me if you're still sitting across from me right now, and I do appreciate it. If you like my videos, maybe you might want to like or share or even subscribe. But the best part is that you hung out today and even watched the video at all and gave me a chance. I do appreciate that. So, once again, thank you for being my guest today. See you in a little bit.